Text 128. In the Shruti Shastra, it is heard the Brahma is like the Supreme Lord's son. There is no difference. We think Brahma playfully appears in two forms. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the two forms are four-headed Brahma and the thousand-headed Lord of the universes. Sri Gopakumara said, hearing this, I chanted my mantra and in a trance of meditation went to Tapoloka to see the Supreme Person. After a moment, I opened my eyes and saw that I was in Brahmaloka, and I also saw the Lord of the universes, who was very great, who had 1,000 handsome arms, heads and feet, who was splendid as a monsoon club, clad, who was opulent with many tasteful ornaments, who was an ocean of splendor, whose navel was a lotus, who reclined on the couch of Lord Ananta's coils, who delighted every eye, whose feet were massaged by the goddess of fortune, who glanced at Garuda standing with folded hands, who was worshipped by Brahma with great opulences and treated with great love, who placed his attention on Narada's loving devotion. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the first way Brahma expressed his love was by touching the Lord's lotus hands. Narada expressed his devotion by singing and dancing. Who to Brahma was carefully teaching the path of devotional service, the great secret of the Vedas, who was splendidly manifest in his regal palace. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I was just thinking how wonderful description. Huh? Sanatana Goswami, the way he's presenting the Lord. All our acharyas, they present the katha, but the way they present the katha is also, it has its own significance. Sanatana Goswami was saying, who was holding the desk, who the Lord, who was lying down on Antasesha, and who was glancing mercifully on Narada. This is it's more like to establish there is only one vastu. There is only one vastu, one adhyatmika vastu. There is only one object, transcendental object, transcendental. So that is the Lord. Only one vastu that is worth of priti, love. So there is only one vastu, one, and only one in any direction at all times. There is only one vastu. If we see anything, it is simply in relationship to that vastu. Says only Krishna, 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 only Krishna. And if we are seeing anything or anyone, they are simply Krishnas. So there's only one vastu that is existing, and the object of meditation, the object of service. And through that vastu, everything of his is being served. That's one thing. And second thing is, different devotees have different ways of expressing their love to the Lord. Different ways of serving and expressing their love to the Lord. Narada by singing, dancing. Brahma, that was a shake hand Brahma got from the Lord. This was described in second canto, Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. So not everybody has to express their affection or love in the same way. Not everybody has to be the same way. Don't have to be. I think this will be more clear when we have, children, more than one child. Stay there 2, 3. The parents can be judgmental and they may expect and tell the children how they need to be like that. But instead, if we just leave the children naturally how they are, then the way they express will be different, and let it be that way. Let it be that way. It doesn't necessarily have to fit in the box. It is okay. So reciprocations are different with Bhagwan. Different kinds of reciprocation. It's the same exchange, loving exchange. That was nice. Yes. Please, somebody else.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, my Dandavat pranams to you and all the devotees. Yeah, text 134. Who happily heard jubilant Brahma humbly repeating what he heard, learned, whose feet Brahma worshipped again and again. 135. Who is the husband of the goddess of fortune, and to whose side the goddess of fortune, seeing me faint in ecstasy and reviving me and being affectionate as if I were her own son bought me. Gazing at the Lord and again, bowing before him, I said to my heart, O heart, today you have attained your desire. Now you may enjoy eternal happiness. This place is free of all lamentation, fear, and suffering. It is full of supreme opulence and supreme bliss. It is worshipped by the universes. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that this is a description of Satyaloka. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Namaste. O brother, here the Lord of the universes, situated at the highest pinnacle of all glory, shines with great splendor. Aware that the goddess of fortune is affectionate to you, gaze now on the Lord with your eyes. Conquer your grieving over Mathura and Vrajabhumi and your desire to go to another place. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the grief is out of separation from Mathura and Vrajabhumi. The other place is Nilachal. If you wish that the Lord of the universes love you as he does Brahma, then by the power of the mantra you learned from the great soul, your wish will be fulfilled. Then the Lord enjoyed pastimes of sleep, and at a certain time the creation was again manifest on the lotus of worlds born from Lord's navel. Seeing this, Brahma came out to perform his duties. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that because the Lord is spiritual, he does not sleep. That's why the word pastimes of sleep is used. Brahma had been in the Lord's abode. He left and went to his own abode to perform his duties in the world. Seeing both the Lord's wonderful form below and the universe on the lotus of his navel, and also seeing the currents of divine love flowing in four-headed Brahma as he heard confidential teachings from the Lord, I happily lived there. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the Lord's teachings were about the secrets of pure devotional service. During the night, when all the three worlds perished and all was flooded by an ocean, accompanied by Brahma, the Lord happily rested on Lord Anantashesha. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the night here is Brahma's night, which occurs after 1000 Chaturyuga. The Lord here is the 1000-headed form of the Lord. By Brahmaloka's power, I saw the Lord as the residents of Janaloka and other planets glorified him with many wonderful prayers. If the Lord went somewhere, we suffered. When he returned, our suffering perished at its root. After some days, one morning, Brahma touched some foam and it suddenly became a demon. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that this foam was on the ocean of cosmic devastation. Thank you, Mataji. I'll pause here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My pranams.
Hare.
Brahma fled in fear. The Lord killed the demon. When terrified, Brahma did not return. The Lord appointed me to his post.
Gopak. There in the lower in the planetary, in Bhuloka, and after that he went to Indra, and now the Brahma post. Yes, please. Yes, Prabhu.
I created Vaishnavas to increase the world's devotion to the Lord, and I appointed Vaishnavas to all the different administrative posts. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that these were the posts of the demigods, such as Prajapati, Chandra, and Surya. In place after place, worshipping the Lord with Aswamedha yagnas and other sacrifices, I flooded the universe with happiness. Although I was elevated to the post of Brahma, and although the personified Vedas, sacrifices, Puranas, Itihasas, Agamas, and holy places, as well as the Maharshis and Brahmarshis, again and again very happily offered prayers to me, I did not abandon my humility. Still drowning in the waves of the ocean of Brahma's duties, my heart became filled with anxieties and I could not enjoy serving the Lord as before. Although I heard that would live for two thus many millions of years, I was still afraid of time. My chanting also brought me great distress.
Interesting, right? Oh, chanting brought distress now. And it was nice that he was saying he didn't abandon his humility. He was in the post of Brahma, the topmost one. He didn't abandon humility. He was performing all the responsibilities, tasks. That was good. And second thing is Paratas is 50 years. Brahma's, his age is 100 years of Brahma. His own 100 years, not our 100 years. The first half and second half. First 50 years is one Parata and the second one is the second Parata. So what happened, Prabhu? Next, chanting has become a burden now?
My chanting also brought me great distress. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that to overcome his fears, Gopakumara chanted his mantra, but the chanting made him yearn for Vrajabhumi.
Yes, please. Yeah.
The Lord of the universes was affectionate to me as if I were his son. This made me happy and destroyed the sadness in my heart. Serving him, thinking of him as my father, and staying near him, I sometimes offended him, but he forgave me. Although I was anxious at heart, the goddesses of fortune loved me as if she were my mother, and that made me happy. In this way, I lived there for a long time. One day, hearing the people of that planet praise a person about to attain impersonal liberation, I asked them about that wonderful thing. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that this person had attained liberation in Bharatavarsha. Gopakumara asked, "What is liberation? How is it attained?" I heard from them that impersonal liberation is very important and very difficult to attain. Again, I asked those all knowing sages, when one desires it, by what method does he attain it? The goddesses of the Upanishads, accompanied by the personified Shrutis and Smrutis, then said, impersonal liberation is attained by knowledge alone. It is not attained in any other way. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that this is confirmed in the Sweta Savatra Upanishad 6.8 and 6.15. Tam eva vidhi vidhi viditvati vrutyam eti nanaya panta vidayate yanaya. By knowing the Supreme, one travels beyond death. There is no other way. Some Puranas and Agamas then very gravely said that transcendental knowledge, which is so difficult to attain, is easily attained by devotional service to the Lord. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the Puranas and Agamas, who were here accompanied by the Pancharatras and other scriptures, are very expert in preaching the service of the Lord. The word Gambhiryam here means that they spoke without wavering. Although liberation is attained by transcendental knowledge is difficult to attain save by devotional service to the Lord. Thus, some Shrutis and Smrutis were seen to agree with that idea that transcendental knowledge is easily attained by devotional service to the Lord. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that this is confirmed by the following quotations. For one who has firm devotion to Lord Janardana, the master of the demigods, all good things come. That is why the devotees are the best of all transcendentalists.
Yeah. Is there more?
As all living entities take shelter of their mother, so all perfections take shelter of devotional service. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Good children, wealth, beautiful wife, precious necklaces, palaces, horses, elephants, pleasures, residence in Svargaloka, and liberation are never far from devotional service. Refusing to hear these words, some great Upanishads, along with their Agamas and other scriptures, became angry. They agreed with a more direct view. Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the scriptures here are the great Upanishads were devoted to the glories of the Supreme Lord. The Agamas here are the scriptures that follow these Upanishads, and the other scriptures are some Puranas and other scriptures. The more direct view here is their opinion that only by devotional service can liberation easily be attained. This view is confirmed by the following quotations. O Lord, O best Brahmanas, they who are devoted to Lord Hari attain the goals of human life, namely piety, economic development, sense gratification, liberation. Of this, there is no doubt. O Lord, liberation rests in the hand of a person devoted to you. the root from which all the universes have sprouted. What use does he have for piety, economic development, and sense gratification?
Yeah.
Some should I pass, Mataji?
Yeah, I think so, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Maybe we can. I don't see. Are we coming to the end of a chapter or not like that, right? So we'll pause here then.
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like
So then we can pause that then. That's the glories of the devotional service. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, dear devotees. Yes, thank you. Anything that you would like to share before we disperse? It feels like we are in the Brahmaloka now. We are darshan of the Sahasra. Tirsha. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, ma.
Hare Krishna.
Dhanavad pranams to you. Yeah, I wanted to reveal my realizations for today. Everything seems to be very interesting, but 157 caught my attention, Amma. So here he says that one day hearing the people of that planet praise a person about to attain impersonal liberation. So Srila Sanatana Goswami clearly explains that liberation in Bhartavarsha happened. This liberation, who attained Gopkumara asks, and what is the liberation means, he asks. Then in 158, it explained that I heard from that impersonal liberation is very important and very difficult to attain. Again, I also, though I asked those all knowing sages when one desires it, by what method does he attain? Then he says that Srila Sanatana Goswami explains here that Svetasvatara Upanishad explains that the impersonal liberation is attained by knowledge alone. That is nothing but by pure devotion. And this caught my attention, Amma, for today. And there is a lot to explain, but I want to pass here. And yeah, I would like to pass here, Ma. Hare Krishna, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Dear devotees? If no one, then we will pause here. We will pause here for today. Still in the Brahmaloka. Okay, so today is what? Thursday, right? So we'll return back again on Tuesday to continue where we left. Which verse was that? Prabhu? 163, right? Okay. All right. All right, dear devotees. Thank you. Thank you for your Sangha. Is it true? Is it really Harivan Prabhu? Or just log in? No, this cannot be true. Harivan Prabhu, dear devotees, am I lying? Can this be true? Houston VIP here.
No VIP, Mataji.
But good to have you, Prabhu.
Houston fallen soul is here.
Please, there are many here, Prabhu. You can come and join the fallen soul group. And Madhuri Sundari Mataji, Hare Krishna to you too. So all of you. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, dear devotees, we'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, thank you all. Vancha kalpatarupyascha. You may please unmute, so we all can say together, yeah? Vancha kalpatarupyascha.
Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Vaishnava Thakur ki jaya, Srila Prabhupada ki jaya, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jaya. Oh, this is so much better. All of us saying together. Otherwise, everything behind the scenes. Mute everything. This is better. Thank you. Thank you, dear devotees. We'll meet again.